Hi, my name's Kelly Gilson, and I'm the Executive Director of United Way Oxford. I invite you to join us on our new Let's Talk Local Oxford series. We'll share everything about United Way Oxford, our work, our partners, our investments, and how everything we do is designed to create positive social change right here at home in Oxford County. Not only do we want to share, but we hope to inspire you to join in our efforts and learn ways in which you too can show your local love. So, let's talk local, Oxford.
Woodstock Libro Credit Union is the proud sponsor of Let's Talk Local Oxford.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Local, Oxford. I'd like to begin by thanking Libro Credit Union for their generous sponsorship of our podcast and their commitment to our community and helping us get the word and information out to share what we do and what others do to build a better, healthier Oxford County for all. So thanks to our friends at Libro Credit Union. Just a quick reflection on our last episode. We were happy to be joined by one of our long-running volunteers and West McGill Award recipient, Denise Vise. And Denise and I were able to discuss the opportunities of fundraising through special events and how bringing people together with a common goal can really bring heart and energy to fundraising initiatives, and how critical volunteers are in their role for many fundraising initiatives. So it was great to see and chat with Denise. And this week, I'm actually joined by Amanda Krager, who's our Resource Development Manager. And Amanda and I, hi Amanda.
Hello everybody.
Amanda and I are really excited to welcome two very special guests. And after I say this, then I think we're going to lose complete and utter control. But I would like to welcome Marci Shelton and Brad Janssen to our Let's Talk Local Oxford podcast. Yay!
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you, Kelly.
And so just to give context, if you could see us, we are virtually in a room with a baton to pass because Marci, actually no baton, but if we had one, we would. Marci has been our campaign chair for the last 2 years. So Marci, again, a long-standing community volunteer and a longstanding United Way volunteer, and had the pleasure of serving as our campaign chair through 2 years of fundraising through a pandemic. So to say it was challenging and a little different would be the understatement of the year, wouldn't it, Marci?
I think you're right, Kelly. And I was reflecting back on when you first asked me to take on the role. And of course, that was 2019. It would be about this time back in 2019, long before we ever heard of a pandemic on the rise. And so, I thought it over, mulled it over, and thought, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do more for my community, and definitely United Way, having been involved with them in the past, that this is just a natural transition, I thought. So we start. And then we are shut down. And then we are forced to find new ways to reach out to our community. And when I reflect back on that time, the most important thing that resonates with me is how everyone came together. And everyone, all the services, employers and workers and families and teachers and everyone just pulled together to make something happen. And they knew what was important in the community, and that being youth and seniors and making sure people had necessities and counseling and programs. And the services around Oxford County made that happen.
You know what? You're bang on right that people dug deeper. They knew that there were others who were facing far more challenges. There was a very difficult and unknown time, and they really dig deep and commit with generosity of finances and of spirit to try and build the capacity during the pandemic. And so when we think about today, and Marci reflecting back, she really is also handing the torch over, and this is the after COVID torch. So Brad, totally new experience now. We're going back to post post-COVID, but she's handing the torch over to Brad Janssen, who we're really excited to announce is our campaign chair for this coming year.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this, and everything that Marci just said is something that we knew all along with Oxford County, right? Whether it be the United Way goal or any other fundraiser, collectively everybody comes together, and the United Way is no exception. People identify the needs, and I'm so pleased to hear that Marci, we raised a lot of money, people got engaged, people got together, and that's just what we're all about.
You know, it does. It speaks volumes to what Oxford County is. We are a caring, kind, compassionate community who really recognize that when people are struggling or have needs, it takes, we say here all the time, it takes a village. But we can come together as the village to make sure that everyone gets the help that they need.
And just to reflect and, to remind people of the mission statement to improve lives and build community by engaging individuals and mobilizing collective action.
That's it in a nutshell.
And collaboration is what we saw, people working together. And even like when you look at the businesses and the big factories and all that they had to endure during COVID and the shutdowns and everything else, and yet they still came through for United Way, right? All the donors, all the services, everybody just came through, and it was a call for action, and everybody was involved.
Absolutely. We have been very blessed. And I know that everyone thinks of us as a fundraiser. And with everyone here with incredible fundraising skill and experience, we are. But our goal is to use those funds. We fundraise so that we can have the impact in the community, that we can invest where it's needed. And we were able to do that because people were so generous.
And we were able to help our workplaces make those connections too. So Marci, as you alluded to, we had companies that weren't working during COVID and their employees needed support. So long-lasting relationships that we've had with these workplaces and then these donors through the workplace, we were able to in turn support them in their time of need, provide local resources and 211 information so that if they were struggling, they knew where to find help as well.
And that bodes well for the future because, like you said, now they can benefit from the good work that United Way does. So it should bolster and enhance, I think, their fundraising moving forward.
Absolutely. And people don't know what you don't know. And so the last few years has been a perfect example of many people having not really had maybe the same struggles prior, but suddenly things had shifted and changed, and they didn't know where to go for support. And we were able to work with our partners and community partners to make sure that supports were available. And now we're coming out the other end. And if there's one of the many lessons we've learned, and there were many, but people need togetherness and they need to be able to have that sense of community. And I think the campaign, from a community perspective, but also even from a small workplace perspective, is a great way to foster that positivity and energy and fun. So Marci missed out on some of the fun.
I did. And when I first accepted this role, it was like, this is made for me because I love being with people. I love being out in the community, right?
We promised barbecues.
Oh, I know. And there was none. There was none of that. I went to a few functions outdoors, masked, outdoors, and it was just a different time, and it's hard to even look back on it and go, oh my goodness, we're here already, and it seems normal. Right?
And wait till you see all the pictures of Brad having fun.
Right, and then I'm gonna be like, I missed out, right?
Yeah. Brad's gonna get the barbecues and the pizza.
But I might have missed out on all that kind of fun stuff that came along with this, title, but just seeing the impact that we actually made. And you know what? We raised a lot of money.
We sure did.
Raised a lot of money. But then all the programming that came out of that was spectacular.
In the last couple of years, it's just been just a major exercise in adapting. And the campaign over there, like you led the 56th and the 57th annual campaigns, right? Without barbecues.
Yeah.
But, and I think what comes out of that too, Kelly, is the fact that maybe people that everybody knows about the United Way. And I was thinking about back in high school at the Powder Puff games, the Red Feather games, or the Y dances that were all United Way fundraisers in one way, shape, or
someone's
form.
dating
Right?
themselves, but carry on.
No, I know. But that's how invested this, not only in this community, but the United Way is and what they do. So out of maybe some of the things that came out of the last couple of years, maybe people have a better understanding of how far-reaching the United Way is, as Amanda just said, with people that are asked to maybe give at their workplace, but now they're on the other end that maybe they need the assistance, right? They didn't understand the programming that comes out of the money that are, the monies that are raised.
Yeah, that is such a really important point to make, Brad, because I think that if for many folks, the last few years were really a direct line of sight from their investment and trust in United Way to seeing how the programs actually affect people in the community. Because again, you don't know what you don't know, and if you're not using them, you may not see or understand. But thanks to the incredible leadership of Amanda and her team for our resource development, that's really entwined with our community impact. I think we were able to share not only all of the resource development campaigning tools, but even as importantly, the support tools.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So tell me, Brad, now that you have the baton practically in your hands, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to as you work with us through the coming months?
Number one is having fun. I think, your team over the years, and there's been some changes here and there, but you've always had a strong team, a strong board, and I'm looking forward to, I think I asked you when you asked me, so how come you've waited so long?
Right.
Yeah, it's how
But
come
what
you waited
perfect
so
timing.
long? Yeah, it's like
Great timing.
I've been around. So I've just recently been retired, and I think I've had a strong relationship with the community, and not only fundraising, but being involved in volunteerism.
Absolutely.
And have been connected either through my broadcasting or my role with the city for the last 20 years. So I'm ready to dive in, and I'm looking forward to this. And so there's any number of things from the stair climb to the barbecues. Sorry, Marci. And just anything and everything, because I do have some time to spare now, but this is my passion. And we've done enough stuff together over the years. You were very, very instrumental in the early years of Cowapalooza, right? So this is kind of
fun.
I didn't forget. So I'm at your disposal. So yeah, this is going to be great. And on September 15th with the big announcement, I just signed up. Said I will be there. I was just online this morning.
It's our kickoff.
Yeah.
Good job. Our leader will be there.
Yeah, kickoff.
We can
And,
rest easy now.
Yeah.
The first party you're missing, Marci. Sorry.
Oh, but Marci will be there too.
I'll be there too.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah, and just spreading the good word, and I've got a little bit of the media on my side in that respect. So we're full charge ahead.
It is funny. We did hear a little birdie before the official retirement announcement that Brad might have a little extra time on his hands. So we, but people will often joke that we're a little bit like Hotel California here in the United Way. You can get in, but you can't get out. But we
That's
also
true.
wait and wait with bated breath for the opportunity to jump. Because timing is everything. And so we are really thrilled.
And I think the timing is
Yeah.
right. I think Brad will be an excellent resource for the United Way, and I think his campaign will run just.
Well, just listen, the people that have run their campaigns over the year, you for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Leslie, a community champion.
Yeah.
Leslie Farrell, and the ones before that. Going back, I remember doing a radiothon with K104 back in the day when Kimball Sutherland
That's
was at
right.
the helm, right?
That's right. I remember
And
that.
They were just a little bit short, so at that particular time, I reached out to the powers that be at City Hall and said, "Can I use the Santa House for an hour or a day, for a whole day?" Right, and we hit the target, and we was nonstop broadcasting.
And not to date either one of us, but in those days that I was looking after the Santa house.
There you go. See, it's all come full circle.
It does.
It really does. But you know what? We have had, our first campaign was in here at United Way Oxford. It was in 1964. And we keep track of all of our campaign chairs through the years and their goals and what they've achieved. And it is amazing to see when you look at that list of community champions and ambassadors who from all walks of life, from different industry, from different organizations, but who have really made it their mission to commit to building a healthier Oxford for all. And that is what we do. And we do like to have a little bit of fun when we do it.
So 1964, then 10 years after the fact, 1974, I was in, I think, my third year of grade 11 at WCI. No, not so much. You can edit that part out. And I do remember Mr. Udding starting the campaign with a big bang downtown.
Well, I don't remember because I was a small child living in New Brunswick at the time, but I have a picture on the wall in our boardroom of that exact
That's
event.
awesome.
When he brought in a
What kind of military cannon? It was like,
is it a howitzer?
Yeah, I'm not even sure, but I remember that
Some
was
sort
a
of
big
a
thing.
cannon.
Yeah, so for those that don't remember that, it was right across from Museum Square. I think you see Tina's Restaurant, which is now the Piccadilly,
yes.
in the background, in the
Yeah.
Metropolitan
And he's
beside it.
in there, and so just for those of you at home, and I'm afraid you don't have the visual, but when you set off a discharge from a cannon on a main street that's filled with buildings, there's like
And windows.
there's a thing that happens, and so all of the windows along Dundas Street pretty much broke. So it's an interesting photo. We're gonna try not to do something like that. Hey, Amanda? Amanda will keep us on the straight and narrow.
Amanda's looking a little nervous.
Brad, no.
Brad's wheels are turning.
Could we drop turkeys from a hot air balloon? Anything like that.
Yes, because who knew that they can't fly?
God is my witness.
Yes. But no, we do, you know what, it's really important to bring people together, to have some fun, that we want them to engage and support and donate and all of those things, but we also really, now more than ever, want to have that spirit of community and that togetherness.
And with your team, you've always had a history of thinking a little bit out of the box, right? So if people see that you're having fun doing what you're doing and raising a couple bucks on the side, I think more people just kind of maybe want to get engaged. And I think that's the vibe that we want to create and just talk about stuff and do really neat things. The stair climb, how many years has that been going?
Yeah, like that's a perfect example of the fun, right? Tampon Tuesday, so fun.
Yeah. Oh, to be young, to be a student at the stair climb.
Oh, yeah.
It is everything that you remember that was fantastic about being in high school. And we've missed it for the last 2 years, although I really, shout out to the schools. Amanda's worked hard with them, and they've
adapted as well and
They have.
made it their own at their level. And
but the space is booked and our fingers are crossed, and we're really hoping to bring those students back, and they have raised tremendous dollars, the dollars and the spirit and that understanding of how everyone has something to give and can contribute.
What year will this be for them then?
Oh my 12 or 13
Something,
maybe.
so I stumped you there,
Yeah,
didn't
you-
I?
And it's just
you
taking
sure
on a life of
did.
its own.
Yeah, and Brad actually helped us. So way back in the day when we realized we'd like to do this stair climb thing, but we don't have tall buildings to climb, how could we come up with a plan? And Brad helped us come up with a
Because
plan.
my office was at the complex at the time, right? And I know that not that it's not like radio where things aren't necessarily new; they're just kind of rehashed. So London, because they got taller buildings, they do a stair climb, and so we just kind of thought, well, how can we make that work here? So around the perimeter of the Southwood Arena and up and down, a lot of noise, a lot of echo,
much
and
fun.
yeah, so much fun. And then you tried so many different things during that event as well.
Yeah, we like to engage.
yes,
Yeah,
for sure.
so that's great, and I think too, the students that partake have a newfound maybe understanding of why they're doing it outside of having fun
Right.
and getting dressed up, but where the money's going, right?
Yeah.
And how you're supporting your community, which is the leaders of tomorrow.
And how when you come together you can make a difference, right?
Exactly.
All
Strength
of
in
these
numbers.
students raise a small amount, but when you put all of those small amounts together, it makes a huge
I would just like to say I'm former IDCI. So
Oh, they carried the ball.
just putting
man.
a pitch in there for fellow bombers.
Yeah.
Yes, because when we think of United Way Oxford Student Stair Climb, we cannot not think of IDCI.
Evelyn Daly, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
IDCI has ruled the student stair climb for many years. And to Amanda's point about how it's a little bit that all comes together, I mean, that's a fantastic analogy for workplaces too, Amanda. If you'd like to to just sort of remind people that this is a community effort. It's a village.
Yeah, it is. And when we go in and we talk to our workplaces, we remind them that even $1 or $2 deducted off of your pay
That is so
makes
important.
a huge difference.
Because I did the internal campaign for the city, the city employees. Because I asked Kelly, I think, when you first assumed this role, so how much money are we raising? And it wasn't as much as we certainly should have. But so I made a pitch of saying $1 per $26 over the course of a year.
Right. You
So
don't even notice
what are you
it.
paying for your coffee? $3 or this kind of. So it's just to plant that kind of seed to say, no, it all makes a difference. Your pocket change, it all makes a difference.
And it really does. It truly does. So there's no amount too little to give, and frankly, there's no amount too large. So feel free to do anything in between.
And share that message, because we're going to hit the road running, and we're going to make some good things happen. I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, with my time with the city and even through broadcasting, it's bringing people together.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about
Absolutely.
bringing people together for a common cause, and that's reflected in your mission statement. And it's going to be a great fall.
And I think that really does sort of summarize what United Way Oxford is here to do. We care, our staff, our volunteers, our board members, our agencies, everyone cares about the well-being of our community and especially for those that are facing challenges or marginalized or vulnerable. And together, United Way is the vehicle in which we can create better opportunities, hope for their future, and make sure that people do get the supports and services they need. And we do that as a community. So we have had such a great time working with Marci, and we know that she is not going far because, of course, this really is like Hotel California.
It really is. Yeah.
And we're going to work our darndest to make sure that she gets invited to a couple of workplaces that are indeed doing barbecues for us
Perfect.
this year. So we will get you a burger or a hot dog somewhere.
Awesome.
I promise.
Awesome.
And we're super excited, our small but mighty team, to work with Brad to really take his big and grandiose ideas and find a way to make all of these wonderful things happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, volunteers are such a vital
They
part
are.
of our job,
They
and we
are.
can't do
Yeah.
it without them. So
Yeah.
the work and passion that you guys
It's
share
not
with
about
us.
one person or the face of an organization such as this, or even the special events, whether it be Palooza. People, oh, Brad, no. There's a lot of
Yeah.
moving parts, and a lot from police to EMS to volunteers to works department. So it's you can have somebody that kind of steers the ship, certainly, but it's a collective, kind of vibe, and then at the end of the day, you reap the rewards of seeing the success
That's right.
and the smiling
that's right.
faces.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it's very much, we're the village. We are each part of this village, and we have a role to play, and it's important. And as a community, Oxford County has seen tremendous growth over the last number of years, and there are so many new people in our village, and we really want to find ways to connect, to give them opportunities, whether it's volunteering opportunities, participating opportunities, donating opportunities, and the opportunity to learn about the really good programs and services that are here to help them and their families, as they call Oxford County home. So looking forward to a great campaign ahead. Amanda will help keep Brad in line, and Marci, and that's no easy feat. Marci, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on board for the last few years, and we will continue to rely on your goodwill and ambassadorship for us. And Brad, we're just going to have some fun, and we're going to raise a whole lot of money.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything. And thank you for listening. On our next episodes, we will continue to have conversations with some of our funded partners so that people really can learn about how our investments are changing people's lives across Oxford County and providing those supports and services in a timely, local way when people need them most, and how, again, it's creating hope and opportunities. And if you have any questions about this podcast or any of our previous podcasts, please reach out to Mike at unitedwayoxford.ca, and he would be glad to take feedback or comments, suggestions, any information you wish to share. Once again, I'd like to thank Libro Credit Union for their generous support and commitment to United Way and our work. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next time on Let's Talk Local, Oxford. Take care. Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Local, Oxford. If you would like to learn more about United Way Oxford, our work, our engagement, our volunteer opportunities, our partners, or to even make a donation, please visit unitedwayoxford.ca or call our office. We love to chat, and we really love visitors too. If, however, you find yourself needing a hand to locate a program or a service, please call 211, our information and referral service. They're there to connect you to local supports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Remember, 211, they are there to help. Until next time, join with us by showing your local love. We all could use a little more of that. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Local Oxford, proudly sponsored by Woodstock Libro Credit Union.